What split-second decision changed your life? As I stood at the bus stop on a chilly autumn afternoon, my thoughts drifted through the routine of my day. Suddenly, my gaze fell upon a stunning woman waiting alone beside me, her eyes filled with a mix of anxiety and determination. Just as I began to appreciate her beauty, the universe intervened. The bus was delayed. Moments later, her phone rang, and I watched her expression transform. The voice on the other end erupted with harsh insults, accusations flying like arrows, each word sharper than the last. "You better come home now," he screamed, the threat hanging heavy in the air. When the call ended, a silence enveloped us, and I felt an overwhelming urge to reach out. "Are you okay?" I asked, my voice barely breaking the tension. She stared at me, her eyes a storm of fear and confusion. I could sense the words struggling to escape her lips, caught in a web of dread. "I grew up in a similar situation," I continued, taking a leap of faith. "It took me a long time to realize my worth and understand that I didn't deserve the pain I went through." As I spoke, I saw the tears welling up in her eyes. They began to spill over, and I felt a surge of compassion wash over me. I reached out, offering a lifeline. "You don't have to go back to him. You can stay with me until you're ready to move somewhere safe." Her gaze dropped, and silence hung between us like a fragile thread. I wrote down my number and handed it to her. "Please call me if you need help," I urged, my heart racing with hope and anxiety. That very night, my phone buzzed violently, and when I answered, her voice shattered the calm of my evening. Hysterical, desperate. "Please, can you come get me?" she sobbed. I didn't hesitate. I jumped into my car, my mind racing, imagining the terror she must be feeling. When I arrived at the location she'd sent, my heart dropped. Poppy climbed into my car, her face a canvas of bruises, red and raw, each mark telling a story of pain. The sight of her wounds ignited a protective fire within me. "You're safe now," I whispered, trying to soothe her trembling body. That night, I stayed by her side in the hospital, holding her hand as she faced the medical staff, reliving her ordeal. Poppy wasn't just a stranger, she was a survivor, and in that moment, I knew I wanted to be her support, her safe haven. What started as a temporary arrangement turned into something beautiful. Poppy moved in with me, her heart slowly healing in the warmth of love and safety. It was only supposed to be for a little while, but she never left. 7 years later, our lives are woven together, and we share a daughter who has blossomed in an environment filled with love and support. Every day, I marvel at how a single, unexpected moment changed everything. If my bus had never been delayed, I often wonder where Poppy would be now, perhaps still trapped in a cycle of fear and violence. But instead, we built a life together, a life filled with laughter, love, and the knowledge that we both deserve happiness.